All right, we are live. Well, thank you. Sorry for the delay, a couple of minutes behind. I was actually just on a live training with a whole nother team, which is always a fun experience. But the questions kept coming in. So I was trying to wrap it up there, but always good to be able to help out other teams. And we love it. So my name is Levi Lascsak. Welcome to Passive Prospecting for Real Estate Agents, where we talk about all things passive prospecting, mainly through YouTube. But we're here for you. This is all for you. So this is where we want to hear your questions. Also, probably get a couple of channels to look at on here as well. And I will bring in the trusty sidekick and co-host, Miss Krissy Owens. How are you today?
Doing great.
Good. What's going on with you? All the things
all the time. I was going to pull up some people that had asked for us to look over their channels really quick. So we had a couple of submissions.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get on that. Let's see. We already got Bill Rapp coming in here. What's up, Bill? Happy Wednesday to you as well. Thank you for joining us. Let's see here. I tell you what, it's been a nonstop back-to-back day already. So I'm like trying to also look at all the messages I have and are pending. And let's see. Okay. All right. So we got a channel you want to, let's see. Did you WhatsApp me? Anything? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh, Krista. All right. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we can find here. Let's see. We'll go. What else in the meantime? Any general questions right off the bat we could throw out there?
Yeah, we've had some questions about thumbnails and some of the updates that we're seeing with thumbnails and things that are kind of changing with that. And what we're kind of finding and things that we're incorporating on the video editing side is that the vlog videos are actually performing better with thumbnails that are actually pulled from the video themselves. And so right now, I would say that if you're editing your own videos or creating your own thumbnails, just try to take a screenshot from a really good spot, something that's, attractive, maybe at the very beginning when you're maybe in a town square or something kind of iconic for that area. Take a screenshot of that and use that versus using like the thumbnail poses. And that will probably perform a little bit better. Of course, always go back to doing some A/B testing if you've been doing it for a while. Definitely recommend having two buddies so that you can test that on your own channel. But in general, we're seeing that that's really performing better for the vlog videos specifically.
Yep. Sounds like a plan right there. Yes. Yeah, we've been testing with that, some screenshots as well. Seems like they're doing a lot better.
Yep.
So we like that. Let me see. Let me share my screen. We'll see if Krista's around, but if not, we can just cover anyways. Let's see. Oh, good old Krista. Let me see. Pulled
there
up.
There she is. Yep.
Quick search and go here. So, all right. So let's take a look at Krista's channel real quick and go for here. So I want to say, let's see, did we design this banner?
Nope. Looks like that one was up there. That might have been done after we created one.
Okay. All right. I was about to tell on ourselves if we.
That was my first thing too. I think that we could use an update to this to make it a little bit more clear for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So, Krista, first of all, love you. We love you. And so this will all be constructive. And I know, cause I love it. First of all, I actually lived in Pittsburgh for a year, by the way. And it was, I love Pittsburgh. It's a cool little town. I kind of called it the New Orleans of the North, without all of the crazy drinking laws. Like in New Orleans, you can do whatever you want. And in Pittsburgh, you can only buy beer at a beer distributor and you have to buy a case at a time. So like if you want a beer, if you wanted like a 6-pack or you wanted a beer, you would have to go to a bar and you would literally buy a 6-pack from the bar and you could walk out with it, which was interesting. But if you went to a beer store, you had to buy a case at a time. They're called beer distributors. And then you had to go separately to the wine and liquor store. That was completely separate. So they can't commingle. All right. Which was interesting as well. So not sure what the thought process is behind that, but clearly they're going to make you drive a lot more while you're collecting all your alcohol and probably drinking in between and doing all that fun stuff. So But they had some really good cider houses. I tell you what, cider is a really a big thing up there. And of course, I lean more towards gluten-free things. I eat some gluten here and there, but I can't drink a lot of beer because beer just will fill me up and bloat me. So I last about one beer and I'm kind of like, but ciders, really, really good. They'd always have some amazing flavors. You go to the cider houses and then of course you buy the growlers. Anyways, in Pittsburgh, super cool. But I would just say the banner's a little busy, first of all. So this is something where I love the picture of Pittsburgh. It's really nice and saturated, but I almost feel it should be sectioned off almost. So let me see if I have my drawing tool. I don't know, maybe because mobile is going to cut off like probably somewhere right around here. So this would be something that maybe, we have Pittsburgh as a city really highlighted. Maybe there's a portion on this cutoff. We kind of shadowed this out a little bit over here. Let me see. Let me get rid of that. And I think we need some sort of glow effect or some sort of separation around Krista right here as well, just because she kind of blends in there a little bit.
Yeah, with the colors.
Yeah. And then you have white on orange here, which again, you can read it. I'm looking at my screen now as well, which is a lot smaller and it is legible, but it could be a lot easier to read as far as having a little bit dark ground. So I understand we're putting the Pittsburgh map back here, and so that could probably be somewhere over in this section and maybe a little shaded so you can kind of still get that map feature. And then, if we have a little bit more shade over here, because otherwise all the rivers and the roads and everything, it just makes it a little bit more busy. So I would just say if we can move, if you want, and I'm just saying if you wanted to use all of the same imaging on here. Of course, we could always come up with a new strategy or something like that. So maybe we shift the map over here, shade it a little bit. You have your picture of your city that will show up on desktop. We have the wording just a little bit more clear on there. And then even here on the far away, now up close, this still seems a little busy, but I can read it from far away here too. We got white behind that, but it's a box. It's just kind of a box. So I think that could be a little bit better blended. And the green arrow is really difficult to see. So that green arrow is really kind of difficult to see right there. So that kind of gets lost a little bit in there. And again, maybe we just want to fade out the map a little bit more or reposition it or think about, because we want the text to come back through as clearly as possible on here. So those would just be initial recommendations on there. Looking at it from afar, whenever I look on my laptop, it seems like it just kind of blends more up close. At least I'm looking at a bigger monitor over here. And it just seems to blend a lot more. When I look at it on my laptop, it's a little bit smaller and I can kind of see the separations, but still, Krista, you kind of blend in a little bit more with the background. And again, I would say even the living part is just a little bit hard to see on there. So just some considerations, maybe just a little revamp on the banner, and not saying that's going to blow up the business tomorrow, but again, just kind of making it a little bit cleaner. And again, I love the picture. I think Pittsburgh definitely has a really beautiful skyline, especially in between the rivers and the bridges. But we could probably consolidate that a little bit, and would be my recommendation on there, at least on the banner. Let's see. Living in Pittsburgh, if we look at keyword, I'm sure we did this. Let's see. Living in Pittsburgh. Should say living in Pittsburgh. Okay, that gets 10.9 thousand searches per month. All right, so now let's go to Pennsylvania. Let's just try PA. Okay, so that's less, so that's out. Let's go Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So Okay, that's way less. So clearly people don't want to type in the latter part of that, which is probably why I'm sure we discussed this initially with her and why we went with living in Pittsburgh. So it gets the most, let's get the, see if I put that comma in there, it bops it away. So living in Pittsburgh is why we went with that in the first place. So I think we're good on name there. Again, and Pittsburgh is a smaller market too, so that's why less search volume. It's about 300,000, I believe, in the metro. Yes, across you include the suburbs, maybe around 1 million, I think, or 800,000 to 1 million. So on there, this is, let's see, videos. Well, great thumbnails. Now we see how clearly on how the wording on here, the thumbnails stand out. Even by doing that, here we have shadowing, like blue on a blue shadow. So it's like blue letterings with blue outline with the blue shadow behind it, which really just kind of blends that all in. You can see here a lot more clear pictures in the background. You can easily read those on there. I might just change out the face on here. It says it's so peaceful, but she looks really sad.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one. Yeah, we'll revise that one.
So I mean, thumbnails look good.
So you're thinking about moving to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, we are thinking about it. I mean, we're up. We got our SEO built up on here. We have our descriptions, chapters, of course, everything that we need in there. So, all that looks good. Peters Township, PA. Okay. Just something that we've done before is, what 500K gets you in Peters Township. That would be something you might want to A/B test and just to check out on there. We got our chapters in here. We got some B-roll going. Oh, that's the intro.
Township. If this is your first,
all right, 32.
And Peters Township.
All right, so that's about a 12-second intro music. I would chop that in half. I mean,
yeah, we could probably update that. We created that for her about a year ago, so we could probably update that for her.
Okay, yeah, let's chop that in half. I mean, I really think if you're going to have the intro on there, like 6 seconds or less, maybe even 5 seconds or less, just something very short, sweet, to the point. So we can adjust that. I would just say we kind of draw that out a little bit. So
give me a call, shoot me a text, Township.
Now, this is something that we've been doing that I think is really working out well too, is that if you're going to have this B-roll and put it over there, I would find something online, a blog or some information on this area that you're showing. So clearly it's a lake or a park or something in that area. I would look at that and I would say, I would take a quick look at that and have some voiceover. So this is something else. So just as we adjust and make those changes, we're finding that a combination of voiceover with the B-roll. So yes, clearly there's parts where I'm talking and we overlaid B-roll, but if we want to give some real factual data, or sometimes you can find a good blog online. I'm not saying copy everything they said, but it should give you an idea of how to read an overview. Or sometimes these parks or lakes or little areas have their own website and have the history, and something a little bit more that you can explain. So that way, B-roll is good, but also I think something here, whenever you start talking, if you have something to say during that, it's just something, it kind of fills that space, gives something for somebody to learn. And I think we'll just help out with retention on there as well. And we're seeing that in our videos, something that we've incorporated on a few videos. We haven't done that entirely, but the videos that we have incorporated that on, it seems like we're getting longer view durations on there and a lot more engagement on that video. So that would be something else I would recommend to do.
Peters Township is in Washington County, about 20 miles southwest of downtown Pittsburgh, and it's just under 20.
And just that portion, I mean, that maybe that could have just been moved up a little bit more, you know, and then so it's just something to consider is that, you know, if you're starting that B-roll, just coming right out with it, I think it's good. It's effective. Maybe just one picture. I know there was like 5 or 6 pictures of the family, which is great. Maybe just choose one picture and show it up there as far as how that goes, get to the B-roll. And
These communities.
Her branding colors are like yellow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like the Pittsburgh, whatever their team is over there.
Oh, black and gold?
Yeah.
Okay, we might want to just add black outline on there.
Okay.
Just to help those pop a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I think that would be good. Yeah, if she's trying to be like the Steelers, some black and gold, get some black and gold in there. Might even look at if somebody says that too, by the way, like they're trying to emulate a team. I mean, could always look up those color codes for that team and just use that to, I think that also helps create familiarity, especially with the locals. I think subliminally they'll have that connection with they'll be like, man, those colors I really like those colors. I'm not sure where and they're wearing a Steelers jacket and a Steelers helmet and, you know, Steelers gloves. And they're like, man, I like those colors. Not sure where I know those colors from, but just something to kind of help out on there. So,
yeah, especially if you're not sure what your color codes, because we run into that sometimes where, you know, there's not necessarily branding in place. So that would be a really good fallback if you don't already have branding colors in place.
Yeah. So, well, let's see. Let's go back to the channel. We need, I don't know if it's just me, but we need a featured and a trailer video on here as well. So that could be, you know, if she has a pros and cons. Let's see, what's the most viewed video? Downtown Pittsburgh. So that might be a good trailer video. And then we pick a pros and cons for a featured video. Something like that would be good to, I think, to kick up there. And I'm not sure. Sometimes whenever I look at channels, it doesn't display those. So if you have it on there, then you should be good to go. But if not, I would add this one as a trailer and add a pros and cons as a featured.
Cool. Yeah, we'll look at that and see if we've already gotten that done.
Shorts, starting to include some shorts in there. Good. I would say just try to stay consistent on adding some shorts in here too. Whoa. All right. Thanks. Oh, okay. I think that was great.
Your shorts are awesome, Krista.
That was really amazing. Yeah, I really like that one. So I would definitely keep up with that type of content as much as possible. But maybe look at the text again. The text pretty small and yellow. I mean, I would say yellow is. I understand what we're trying to do, but it probably needs an outline of black at least. Yellow is just not a very good video. You can see here, like I can clearly see Aspinwall because it's black on yellow. So if we're going to do that, maybe it has a black background or something like that. So I just be a little bit more mindful of that. But I love that style of reel, and very creative, very fun, where you're in every room doing something different. Very quick, but also to the point. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, really good.
So I would say, yeah, just keep working on some more content like that. You could even do that with neighborhoods, while you're out and about and you're doing neighborhood videos. So you could create some shorts from your neighborhood videos, and that would be good. And I think these will pick up. If you try to pick a schedule or stay consistent on these shorts, and they're going to do, I think, well for you. Oh, look, already getting some. Yep. Grab and go is fun. Exactly. That was so cool. Yeah, it was good stuff. Let's see. Let me see. So pretty good. So I think what I know the about section should be good. Yep. Yeah, she's got her black and gold hearts in there. Community. This is something you might want to think about too, Krista. Maybe posting some pictures or something in here, posting to your community. You could do some polls. Ask your you can do polls in here and ask, hey, what videos would you like to see next? Vlog tours, map tours, pros and cons. Find out. Just ask different questions. At least a poll once a week, I think, is always.
I think she needs 1,000 subscribers before she can post there, though. I don't think that's enabled for her yet.
Oh, maybe five. No, it's 500. But I heard. I did not read it official yet. I believe they're doing away with the. That's right. Thanks for reminding me. So it's 500 subscribers, but as far as I know, they're getting rid of that. So
that's great.
So new channels should be able to post on there. So that just might be something you want to check.
Yeah, they'll probably roll that out. To certain accounts first. So you can just check. Now to do that too, because a lot of people just don't know where to do that, as if you were uploading a video, up in the top right-hand corner where you see that little video camera there, you click on that, and when you go down, it'll say create post.
Oh, there you go. Playlist. I'd probably go ahead and organize some playlists. You have plenty of videos and probably on some of these areas. So think about the most popular areas and some of these. Let me see. What is it? Mount Lebanon. Maybe have a Mount Lebanon playlist. Nottingham Township playlist. If you got a couple of videos at least on that. So maybe look at building out the playlist a little bit more on there as well.
Yeah, even if you started with just like vlog tours, because I know that Krista, you've done probably one on a bunch of different areas since you've got so many small communities. So maybe start with just like vlog tours, pros and cons, and map videos, and you can always create more playlists down the road too once you get a little bit more content for those other areas.
Yep. Let's see. What's up, Mark? How you doing? You hanging back there? You want to come up? I'm gonna bring him up anyways. So put you on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
How are you guys?
I see you got your Grow with Video shirt on.
I do. Absolutely. That was a great conference.
That's funny. I was wearing that shirt yesterday.
Oh, were you? That's funny.
We're a day away from being twinsies.
No, I just found the actual link for this live. I don't know why I've been on it before, so I apologize. I'm anxious to.
Well, we'll forgive you. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. So it was funny. So I did our podcast episode yesterday, and something I don't, a lot of people know about my health journey, but they don't know a lot of the details and the backstory and all of that juicy stuff. And so I was like, let me just kind of spill the beans on an episode of the podcast, because we're always talking about YouTube stuff. So I thought, let me spice it up a little bit. and went on for like 45 minutes straight, poured my heart out, and then to realize I was never recording.
Oh no. Oh, that's awful.
So
Tech problems happen to the best of us, right?
Redo.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to think about that and be like, okay, I've got to go sit in a corner somewhere now and just record that on my own. So, yep, you're welcome, Krista. Hopefully that was helpful. I think those are some good pointers and tips to work on, and then we're happy to help you out on the banner and stuff if you want to give that a spice up. So what you up to, Mark? What you working on?
I am just trying to build the channel. I'm obviously with Krissy and her team to get these videos edited and get them up, and so it's been a slower than ideal process, but it's coming along. And now I had some questions on just what I can do to continue to grow the channel. I mean, it's only at 25, 26 subscribers, something like that. But we're not. I think Krissy, we're doing one a week right now. Hopefully we can get up to 2 a week here shortly. But I have to go back and watch your podcast on the shorts. I've not done any shorts yet, so seeing what you just showed from that other channel was pretty cool. So definitely check that out. But I'm just trying to in that content mode of creating as many videos as possible to ramp up and get going. So that's kind of been my focus right now.
Yeah. Okay, good. So, well, I mean, I'll just say, first of all, I mean, one video a week, you're definitely going to grow slower than 2 or 3.
Yeah. No, I've got the videos. It's just a matter of getting them edited and getting it up and running. So that's the process we're working through right now. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Is that our fault?
No, I mean,
we had some trouble at the beginning. We had to work through getting him a different editor at the very beginning of the process. So I think Lamar is amazing, though. I hope he's doing a better job for you. Is he?
Yeah, the editing is good. I think we can get the speed a little faster. I mean, again, I'm uploading all the videos, but it seems like there's still a little bit of a delay. And obviously, I don't know his schedule. I'm sure he's got a packed schedule, but.
Yeah, well, we can meet with Lamar too if you're having trouble getting those through. I was thinking we were back up to 2 a week, but if we're still having trouble with that, we're
averaging about 1 right now. So so we get 2, that'd be awesome. That would be really
okay. Awesome.
Okay, so quick editor switch. Sometimes they don't always work out.
Yeah,
the fun things of working with a team, right?
It's all good. Krissy, I appreciate all your support. You've been fantastic. So thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, once we get them in stride, they do pretty well. So, what's any other questions you had that we can help you out with, or?
No, I'd love to at some point be able to take a look at the channel and get some feedback on it, whether it now or down the road. I mean, that's something that would be helpful on my end. Always looking for feedback and ways I can do things better. So I was never, as most people are, never big in front of the camera. So I'm really learning to adjust and become more and more comfortable with it. So that's kind of where I'm at and getting more in the groove.
Are you in are you in Vegas?
I am, yeah. And okay. Henderson exactly, but yeah, Vegas.
Is the channel Henderson or Vegas?
It's moving to Las Vegas is the channel.
Okay, I got you. Oh, there you are. Let me see. Alrighty. Well, looks like you took all of our advice. I mean, I'm just a fan of filling dead space. So I'm not, there. I would say I call this dead space, which if there's real estate, I also call it real estate. Digital real estate. So if we can fill this out here and here, then it just gives us a little bit more to just enlarge the letters a little bit more. So I would, probably just we could, bring subscribe down a little bit more. I mean, I want more of the focus on, learn about, and maybe we switch this to moving to Las Vegas just to be consistent on there, but something to keep in mind. But I would want Las Vegas to be, kind of the big draw across here. So the thing is from here, this shaded portion, again, I think like we talked about, the city is great. What I like is that Las Vegas sign. That would be kind of cool. Maybe put that Las Vegas, the iconic Vegas sign over there, because I can't really tell this is Vegas because the wording covers that. So either you shift the picture behind it more, to the left, so we're not looking at just a building that I think it looks like there's the strip is behind.
Caesar's Palace on the left.
Okay. Oh yeah. But I mean, I don't know how many people can easily identify Caesar's Palace. Yeah.
Right.
So now if you put the Trump Tower right there, man, I tell you what, people would know it. Then you'll definitely see who your viewers are. So I would either shift the picture over, or I would, put that iconic Las Vegas sign right there, which I think is always a good visual aspect. And I would have Las Vegas a lot bigger here, just and make sure. And so this new videos every week could move up a little bit, would move up and I mean, that's very clear, but also I feel like, we could fill this in a little bit more. I mean, there's something to the simplicity of just that, but at the same time, because clearly the mobile version, you're going to, let me see, you're going to cut off, I assume, like right here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so on the mobile version, so again, and you might maybe just add a little glow just so it gives you a little separation on that dark behind that. Pin's going crazy there. So because your suit, I mean, it kind of stands out from afar. Again, whenever I look at it up close, it still kind of blends in, but just a little glow effect will give you a little separation right there. So there's something to the simplicity right there I like. And if it cuts off right there at mobile, it just kind of, I don't think it's bad at all. I would just probably add a little glow effect, and then on your background picture, either shift it over or add the Las Vegas sign or something else, kind of a visual. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I like that. The iconic sign, but even something kind of like this definitely does speak a little bit more Vegas. Maybe that's the picture on the left a little bit more, then if you have your shading, like that picture could literally just take up, that portion right there to the left on desktop. And I feel like that would be a little bit more, eye-catching versus just Caesar's Palace,
Sure.
So something on there, but otherwise, I mean, I don't think it's bad at all. So it works for right now. I think we could tweak a little bit and have a good look on there. So got your about section on there, and Real. Oh, you're with Real?
I am. Yeah.
I thought. Did you used to be with EXP?
I did. Remember at the conference, I told you I just moved like literally by 3 weeks before meeting you and team.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I was with the EXP originally.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, all you got to do is be over there for about 6 months. So you can come back.
I hear you. I'm with Ryan. Ryan Pineda, his team.
Yeah.
I'm with his team. I'm part of his team technically, so I gotta figure it out.
Oh, is he with Real?
He is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, now I really don't like him. No, I'm just
kidding.
No, I like all of Ryan's content. He's really good. I didn't realize he was associated with the brokerage. Well,
he had his own brokerage and he split off, and he met with the new CEO of Real and all that kind of good stuff, and found it a much better fit than his own brokerage. So he kind of does that off the side.
Was Real was the now I'm asking about his business. But just one quick question: was Real the company his sponsor, or
what? No, I mean, did his company sponsor Real? You mean?
I mean, did Real sponsor him, or did he come under somebody else?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't answer that question.
I'm just saying that would be amazing to have Ryan in your organization.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. He hasn't explained that. I haven't asked that.
Because that's the thing. What's interesting is they still say like 40% of the people that join EXP are unsponsored by individual agent. Like they reach directly out to EXP, and EXP sponsors them as a company.
Got it.
So that's why it's interesting. I'm always curious though, like Ryan, if somebody brought him in individually, or if he, like you said, he met with the CEO and then the company ended up sponsoring him. So
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if the company sponsored him just with his influence.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, cool. All right. Well, yeah, I didn't realize he was with the brokerage, but all right. Well, thumbnails look great. Good facial expressions. Nice and clear. And all right, cool, looking cool right there. So I don't think you have any problems there. Let me see.
So you're thinking of moving to?
Yep. Definitely using the wide angle, so that's good.
One thing with the camera, I've been, especially for my office videos, I was using the 4K format, and I've had, and Krissy knows, I've had a lot of issues with I call it the washed out effect.
Yeah.
And Lamar told me to switch over to HD, which I'm just now doing. So I've still got probably another 12, 13 videos in that.
Yeah.
4K. Yeah, no worries. We'll work through it.
It's not so bad on the vlog. It's really bad in the office, though, in the office setting.
Yeah, it does take a little bit of extra color correction on those ones, but no worries. We're finding a workaround for it.
Okay. Yeah, that's the biggest issue at this point. That's again probably my fault with the video setting.
Yeah, that's okay. It happens to everybody. It's like the default for most people ends up being 4K, and so it's always like that adjustment. We have to switch to the 1080 because I mean it degrades that on YouTube anyway, and so we always tell people it's not worth the extra file size for you or for the person editing it. It just it takes like an hour to download. So yeah, it's a lot better just to do the 1080 HD.
Got it. That's what I'm doing moving forward.
Yep, that's awesome.
Well, I think you look great. I mean, it's clearly, I mean, you can really see the whole background. I mean, look, at least on this vlog tour. So that looks good. I mean, I would work on, you could pin a comment here as well. And so what we always do is we take our contact information and, just paste it in there. When you comment, there will be a little, like this little 3 button. I can't do it. You'd have to do it, but you just hit pin. When you hit pin, it just pins it right there. And the cool thing about that.
So don't click on comment, click on the 3 dots and click pin instead.
No, well,
you do this comment. Yeah.
You have to comment.
After you comment though, there will be a little 3-dot option and you can pin that comment.
Okay. And do that on every video?
Yeah. You'll want it. You won't be able to do it until after it publishes, but yeah, you'll want to do that on each video.
Okay. Good to know.
And so and then whenever people scroll like here, then the first thing they'll see is your contact information.
Yeah, it's just one extra spot for all of your contact information to be seen. Just makes it easier for people to find it.
So it's just like we should have so like we have a pinned comment right there.
Okay.
So
and it'll automatically go to the top?
Yeah, because see, like there's been 75 comments on this video, but this stays at the top.
Oh, because you pinned it.
Yep.
Got it.
So yeah. So I think other than that would just a couple of those tweaks should be good to go. And then I would just step up the content. I mean, if you have capacity, I know we talked about, you've got the content to go to 2. I mean, in the beginning, I always recommend to everyone. I mean, I would go 3 a week if you can, and try to get out at least 2 to 3 months worth, because that's just going to set the momentum for the channel. One of the hardest things in the beginning of starting is getting discovered. So you can get found by search, but you want to build up that library as quickly as possible. So if you can really buckle down and get at least 3 videos out a week, I believe for the first 90 days. And then if you need to pump back to 2 a week, I really wouldn't recommend going less than 2 a week. Unless you've got a thriving business and this is just going to supplement, then, hey, do your thing, but it's still going to take a long time. As far as, one of the channels we worked with, they did 1 a week. It took them 6 months to get the first deal under contract, But that was at 1 video a week. Now they're like, okay, it's real. Let me go up to 2 a week. And then all of a sudden their growth starts, you're doubling your efforts immediately. So if you can, I would even think about just trying to ramp up over the next 30, 60 days. Cause it's a little bit, you could crank out some things, but right in between right now, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's is a great time where a lot of people are going to be at home. So if you can have 3 videos a week, you're giving them plenty of content. You're building up your library very quickly. Yep. And so that the new people that come in, it gives them more and more content to explore, Sure. And if you're focused on Henderson, I'd be hitting Henderson with, what does 300K, what does 400K, what does 500K, what does 600K, what is 700? I mean, I would get all those Henderson videos out if that's your main focus and build. So if somebody comes to your channel and you have 15, videos on Henderson in the next 30 days. And I think that's just going to help you get where you want to go quicker.
Should those, what do 3, 5, 7, 9, whatever the number is, should those be vlogs or should those be like more office videos?
I did them all. I did all vlogs.
Okay.
So yeah. And then I would feature like a $310,000, $350,000, and then like a $390,000 property,
Okay. How does that work with evergreen content with obviously the market shifting as much as it shifted? So what was, 500,000?
I mean, I think it's more about the neighborhood, and so make sure you start at some little focal point, because guess what? A $300,000 neighborhood is different than a $700,000. So there's some things around the corner, some little shopping mall or center or something to do, a park. So you always start somewhere different, but it allows people to see the different houses in that price range. And that's really what it's about, especially in Vegas. You're probably not going to see, you may see a little bit more of more of a drop, but you shouldn't see, 300,000. I don't know. They're not likely going to drop to 250 or 220 anytime soon. So right. I think you're okay on your fluctuation in prices, at least in the market.
Yeah, I've got most of all the vlogs, pros and cons, and map videos of the major suburbs of Vegas done. Now it's getting into these sub videos of the what do you get for 3, 5, 7, that type of thing. Breaking down some of it. If you're familiar with Summerlin's got a number of different villages, they call them, so I can break those down. So there's a number of now sub videos I can do now that I've got those 3 main videos done of each suburb.
Okay. Well, I think you're on the right track. So we'll make sure.
What have you seen in your business over, obviously, with the market changing as much as it's changed? Is your lead volume?
Lead volume is, it's a little down. But I got to work on, I've been saying this for the last month or two, is being more visible, but with the traveling that I've been doing, it's just keeping up with 3 videos a week is very challenging, I'll say. So I would like to take some time, changing up the content. We've been changing up the content. So we still, we've definitely seen a drop in leads. But we're still getting calls. We're still putting some deals under contract. I think we got 3 deals under contract this last week. So you just got to find people. You got to be visible to the people that are looking, because people are looking right now. So if you're making videos, you need to make more videos if you want to increase your opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the calm before the storm. Things will get crazy in January to March for sure. So I'm telling everybody, this is a good time when things are a little bit slower to really focus on content. So I think this is a good time to just keep going.
Awesome.
You're doing a great job with that, Mark. Keep doing it.
I'm trying.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Appreciate both your support.
All right. You're welcome. Okay. Well, I gotta close it down now. So I think we covered quite a bit. If we didn't get to you today, I've got another meeting coming up. So I only have like 10 minutes. I got to make a couple of phone calls before that meeting, because then I have more meetings after that. And it's like that every day, which is good. But I got to jump off. Thank you for joining us today. Hopefully you found that helpful. I think we did a pretty good deep dive on those 2 channels. So thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Actually, not next week. We're taking Thanksgiving off.
That's right. I forgot.
So the week after.